And I went over it in those notes for today, but this will help you out too. So on this one, use what they give you.
Mhm.
So if we look at this, we can find the full arc by doing 76 times 2. Okay. Oh, my battery's about to die. All right, so we get 152 for the full arc, but we already have 82. Sorry, you can't see that, can you? But we already have 82, so I'm going to subtract that 82 out. So I know that this arc is 70. You see it?
Yeah, that's what I got, but I didn't know what to do after that.
So now the only thing you're missing is this part of the arc.
Mhm.
So I can subtract all those from 360 to get that one. So 360 minus 120 minus 70 minus 82 gives me 88 over here. So now I can figure out what this is. So remember, your angle is half your arc. So that full yellow arc is 88 plus 82. And then we're going to divide it by 2. So 88 plus 82, and then divide by 2. And we'll get that that angle is 85.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said what other one?
12.
12. All right.
And like on number 11,
Uh-huh.
I got a decimal, but
All right. Hold on.
I don't remember. I think I just messed up on the multiplication maybe somewhere.
Okay. So remember on number 11, that opposite angles add
Mm-hmm.
plus 78 to 180.
I did. That's them equal to each other.
Yeah, they're not equal.
Okay.
So set them equal to 180. And then you should be
Okay.
fine on that one. All right. So on this one, remember your angle equals half your arc. So your angle is 2x plus 98 equals half of your arc. So 196 divided by 2, 98 equals 98. And then when you subtract 98, you get 2x equals 0 and x equals 0.
Okay. So like on some of them, you
Mhm.
keep the 2x plus 98, but then on some of them, you make that a 4x. In the,
Okay, so what I did on this one, because I have an actual number here, is I just did half of 196. If it were like half of 3x plus 2, instead of making this a fraction, I would just multiply this side by 2.
Okay.
So you can do it either way. So if you would have done it, like I'll show you on this, 2x plus 98 equals half of 196. You can do multiply this by 2 and get 4x plus 196 equals 196.
Okay.
So if you do it that way, that's fine as well. It'll come out the same way because you'll get 4x equals 0 and then x equals 0. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So then when you go to 15, it's the same thing. And I know a lot of people had trouble with, I think, 17. So I'm glad that you asked about it. I was going to do a video anyway. So angle 14x plus 2 equals half of the full arc. So we have to add those together. Okay. So 120 plus 80. This is one because it's all numbers on the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and simplify it. 120 plus 80 is 200, and half of 200 is 100. And then we're going to subtract 2 and get 98. And then divide by 14. And we get 7. So just remember that formula. That one's a pretty easy one.
Okay. Yeah.
16.
I think I got those now.
That's okay. 16 and 17 are almost exactly alike. So I could see where we didn't do any like this, so I could understand where you would have messed up on these. Okay. So remember, to get the arc, we multiply the angle by 2. So this arc is going to be 44x plus 4, which gives us the full circle. So now we filled in the whole circle. So all we do is add those up. I'm going to write it really small to try to fit it in. Plus 44x plus 4 plus 3 plus 74x, not 180, equals 360, the full circle. And then this one is exactly the same. So we're going to add those up. And there's one of these on your homework quiz, whatever, today. 59 plus 44 plus 74 gives us 177 x's. Then we have -1 plus 4 plus 3 gives us 6 equals 360. We're going to subtract 6. We get 177x equals 354. And then divide by 177. And it gives us 2. But it says find angle DCE, which is this one. So we're just going to plug in. 22 times 2 is 44, plus 2 is 46.
So basically, you just add them all together and then
Yeah.
find x and then plug it in.
Mhm.
Okay.
17 is the same exact way. You have these two arcs, but you need the third one to get the full circle. The way you get the third one is you multiply your angle by 2. So 6x becomes 12x and 3 becomes 6. And then we add all these up. And just to save some space, I'm just going to go ahead and add all the x's. Sorry, there's a big glare. So 12x plus 8x plus 3x is 23x. And then we have 18 plus 6 plus 14, which gives us 38, is going to equal the full 360. Finish it out, subtract 38, gives me 322. Divide by 23 gives me 14, but then it finds RSQ. This is RSQ. So I'm going to do 6 times 14 plus 3, which gives me 87.
I think I was just overthinking them.
Right. And I think, yeah, and I think that's what everybody's doing, but it's also because everything's been kind of rushed. So
Yeah.
I think doing the extra practice today will really help. And I know some people said that they needed some extra practice. So this will actually help them. If we look at 18, same thing, not as those two, but here's your angle and they give us the arc. So we have the angle and the arc. So the angle equals half of the arc, and it's all of those added together. 14x minus 4. So like on this one, because I have all these values, now they're all even numbers, so I could go ahead and divide them by 2 if I wanted to, but I'm kind of lazy, so I'm just going to multiply these by 2 because that makes it easier in my head for me. So 24x plus 18 equals 14x, and then 72 minus 4 is 68. And then I'm going to solve that equation for x. And then I'm going to find AML, which is this one.
Okay.
So I'm not going to work that one out because I already gave you a bunch of answers, but there's your formula. Finish it out. All right. On 19, this one. Okay, so we didn't go over this, but check this out. If we mark these, so I can understand if you guys didn't get 19, this is just one that we didn't have an example of. And we mark the arc for 5x minus 10 is CD. If I mark the arc for this angle, it's also CD. So what can you tell me about these two angles?
They're corresponding.
And what about their measures?
Like equal?
Yeah, because they make the same arc, they have to be the same measure. So all we're going to do is set them equal to each other. and then solve our equation. And then we're looking for CJD, which is this angle.
Okay.
So again, that's one we didn't go over, so it's good that you mentioned that one. Okay, you okay with that one now?
Yeah.
And then if we look at the next one, it's that same formula because your angle is half your arc and we have the full arc. So our angle is 7x plus 10 equals half, and then the full arc, 7x plus 7 plus 9x minus 5. So this one is exactly one that I'm talking about. All these odd numbers, if I try to divide them by half, they're going to give me all kinds of crazy fractions, and I don't want to deal with fractions. So I'll just go ahead and multiply the other side by 2. And then put these together. 7 plus 9 is 16x, and 7 minus 5 is 2. So all I did was add those together. And then I asked you to find TED, which is this angle.
Okay.
And
Thank
that should be
you.
it. Absolutely. Do you have any more questions on this one? Anything you can think of?
I'm good. I think I was just overthinking them.
Yeah, and I think everybody is, and that's okay. And I appreciate you asking questions because this is what I like. This is my part of the job that I do like. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing, stop recording, and then